Hello, welcome to our third episode of playing Crusader Kings 3 using the hardest possible rule set, starting as Alexios Komnenos of the Byzantine Empire in 1066. We began as a 10-year-old duke, at 19 became Basileus of the Byzantine Empire, and been ruling it since then. We have substantially increased the Byzantine Empire's military capabilities, but it has come at the cost of our income and our treasury. So what we've been doing more recently is trying to focus on those and being able to build up our economy so that we can further increase our military. We've also had some trouble keeping our wives alive. We've had 2 die so far. Now betrothed to a 3-year-old who is intelligent. That's really the only reason we're betrothed to her. We do have an older daughter who just came of age, fortunately with a very poor education, as well as a young son who is only 2 and who is our current player heir. So with that, let's get to it. We could travel this wedding. Let's give it a shot here. What we noticed at the end of last episode, which is concerning, is that we have 2 scourge conquerors right to our north. In both Russia and Volga-Ural here, and the Volga-Ural one does border some of our lands. Does lead to the question of how do we want to handle him. That was unfortunate. I mean, we should be out of debt relatively soon. Just got unlucky with that decision. I think we had an 81% chance of success. Of course, it fails. We'll need to hand out Cyprus here. See if any of our family members would like to become a governor. I guess not. Guess we'll hand it to this guy. But yeah, the Ural, I mean, we could become their tributary. They do look quite strong. At least he's not a exalted warlord. I don't think we can pledge being a tributary when we're traveling, but maybe when we get back home to Constantinople, we'll see if he will accept our tribute, hopefully at the lowest possible level. That will keep him off our backs and keep him out of our lands, hopefully. Take the stress loss here. Take more stewardship lifestyle experience. We are a stewardship character. Take the prestige. Take a stress loss trait. Don't really care if this guy doesn't like me. Oh, crap. Okay, so that was a mistake. I guess we'll may have to face a faction soon. Put our perk in Thoughtful, which is an excellent vassal management tool. We have been having some vassal management problems more recently. which, can we bribe this guy now? Ugh. Gift him some poor quality artifact that would give him really hate to give him the sword, which would make him a lot more powerful if he decided to fight us. These other ones are forced to join the faction. Usually I pay for disease recovery for the improved development growth. I mean, he's not that great. Just get the mercenary contacts. Hopefully he drops out. And I think for our long-term good, we probably just need to fight this war. It's unfortunate that we have to fight it. I believe if we take their capitals, that we get ticking war score. Have a eunuch of growing influence, which gave me another domain limit, which really helped with our economy. Take the gold and influence. Okay, any other one? Anyone else want to revolt? This Liberty faction is unfortunate. Most people who are revolting are forced into the faction, so there's no way to buy them out. Take the gold. Need it for our wars. Guess we can go to this grand wedding. We hold his capital. We hold the capital of the leader of the Liberty faction. You'd think that would give us some ticking war score. Okay, now we're getting some ticking war score. Byzantine is under siege, huh? Okay. Why does it say we're going to lose so badly? I don't get that. Holy crap. Just because that guy is an amazing commander? Okay. That makes sense. Learning lifestyle, since there's so much of it. Let's see if we can attack him again without all these combined forces. Again, we'll take the learning. Take the learning. Take the pedagogy. Hopefully give our son a good education. We will make him diligent to start with, just a great increase in skills and overall power. Sure, we'll take it for the low amount of cost. Take the diplomatic perks, since we already have thoughtful. We'll go for room to rule. And, very few children at the moment. Do want another wet nurse, and also need a antiquarian. Be cautious and do the bottom one so we don't attack him again before he joins up with his allies. Let's automate the antiquarian. Okay. Guess the Hungarians really want those two counties. Hopefully if I come attack these two guys, that'll end this war. Getting this influential eunuch. Okay. So that is one war over. these peasants over here. Let's go over land to save a little bit of gold. Anything to this army besides these peasants? Nope. So we're so far away, we'll probably disband after beating up these peasants. And we'll have to think about what we want to do for fighting off the Hungarians. Obviously all this fighting not helping our economy. Unfortunate. Just a couple of bad results there. Self-shield titles. We really need gold. Happy to have more gold. Usually use the bottom one here for more holding taxes. Guess let's see if we can get some more mercenaries. How much will we get if we win this war? 700. It's not even that much. They look very powerful. Get them. And we'll get these guys, and that should be enough, I hope. Sort of the reason I don't like taking over empires or kingdom level titles too early. You just get a lot of vassal rebellions, a lot of other problems, and so it's often easier to start as a duke and slowly build up from there. How close are we to having other rebellions? We're not. Make everyone pay, get more gold. Where is this feast? Sure. Let's go through this war zone. Certainly won't be starting any legends soon. But let's look at building some more economic buildings. Right, we're gonna get our tutor's office, which will improve the educational outcomes for our children, particularly our only son. Okay, hopefully that will help us over the long run. Where are those mercenaries? Bad. That is much worse. Okay, we're gonna have to pacify that scourge conqueror. I mean, it doesn't matter now. What are we losing exactly? Okay, so we're just gonna lose Syria. There's nothing to be done about it. But we're gonna have to pledge tribute to him as soon as this is done. It is done, so that was all a big waste. Okay, great. Waste to hire those mercenaries. Should have just given it up. Hopefully that'll be enough Hungary that they'll stop attacking us. Now they have those two counties they have such a hard on for. Yeah, but this game started out looking like it might be fairly easy, but now we're surrounded by 3 scourge conquerors, so it is very challenging. Of course, the Seljuks being one of them is very bad news. Bad this affects our income. I'm sure it's bad. It is. Great. Jeez. Okay, so can't request a contract change. How much would it cost? $750. Send him a gift. That ought to do it. So it won't be paying him money anymore. Alright. This does go as the importance of the player seizing control of the Byzantine Empire as soon as possible. Otherwise, there's a real risk it gets ripped apart by neighboring scourge conquerors. The rebellious vassals can just sit in the prison. They've annoyed me. But yeah, ideally the player takes over, things get better, but they're really just getting worse at the moment. Have to see what we can do here. I don't care too much about you having her. Actually over the domain limit, which is a rare thing. We will see who has the best castle to revoke here. I guess we could revoke city as well if we wanted to. Might be the better option actually. Get more gold that way. This will be 8 of our eunuch. We have 2 more domain holding than we normally would. I probably should have been paying more attention to what he was demanding, but I just love domain limit. Take the influence here. At least we have positive treasury and gold. We will hire a wet nurse. Let's also see if we can find a good charioteer and bookmaker. Maybe finally hold a chariot race. See, this gives you tutor aptitude plus 20, and allows children to educate in your court, gaining rank 5 education trait, both very powerful, with domain limit being based on education now. You really want the most powerful education you can get for your children. Went through that period of civil war. Hopefully we can, I guess we can hold a triumph. We did win the internal battles, just not the external ones. Generally don't go to other people's coronations. I just don't think it's useful. Unless it's your own liege. I'm certainly going to do that bottom one. You'll love the monthly income increase. Stewardship's helpful. I have to actually see if we can maintain it as a peaceful realm. It has not been terribly peaceful recently. Now our income and treasury are quite strong. We have a tributary of the Seljuks. They want to attack us, but we changed our contract so that we are not actually paying them anything, which is good. So it's just an eternal peace treaty, which is beneficial because otherwise they would tear us apart. Now the idea is that we slowly, steadily build up our lands, build buildings, get more income. We have like 10 years for battlements, which gives us level 2 fortifications, so hopefully get that relatively soon. So there anything better to build here than these? Probably. I guess let's go with those for now. Chariot race. Okay. Make it expensive. Likely try to increase our influence here. May need a lot of influence to get our son on the throne, Byzantine Empire. Let's take another look at him. I think let's see what other traits he gets, and then we'll try to make him brave as his 4th personality trait. We have architect next. Let's wait till we get that to build some more buildings, since it has quite nice building cost reduction benefits. Okay. Keep progressing here. Back the group with our charioteer. Same thing here. Hedge our bets a bit. Let's bet a lot. Let's see how it turns out. I think I'll just watch the race here. We can also start mentoring people in governance. Basically look for the rulers with the worst governor efficiency and try to mentor them, get them a little bit better. He won't accept. She will, so do that. Try to get them a bit better so they can pay us more taxes. Get more influence, even if it's just a tiny amount. Get more influence here. Let's see how things go. Which one is mine again? Beglook. So he's 3rd. Okay. Maybe he can make a move. Now he's 4th, so unfortunate. Yeah. Oh well. We get a lot of treasury from doing that, so it's all good. Probably worth holding a feast, given our vassals have been a bit rebellious recently. So anyone who hates us, who's powerful, that we should bring in as an honored guest? I guess not. Let's see, just recreation, sure. Okay. Assume compassionate. Yeah, so this is an easy choice here. Gluttonous is just a bad trait, a sin. Compassionate is virtue, so the more virtues you have, the easier it is for vassals to accept you, the less likely they are to rebel against you. I'm looking to building some more holdings here. Normally I want at least one temple, and then the other buildings, castles and cities, with an even number. When I'm playing feudal, since typically they can only hold castles, I'll build castles first. But here, I like building cities first for the guilds, really. And you're building these just to help increase the amount of taxes and development in our holdings. And mostly, since I'm an architect, I get nice benefits in terms of being able to build them for significantly less than other characters would be. Anywhere else we need to improve control? Doesn't look like it. Prestige there. Succeeded in our mentoring scheme. Don't think we can mentor our son yet. Nope, so we'll again go to someone else who is in need of mentoring. This also gets us some Strategos experience. Where is it? This trait here, governor experience. So that's all useful. Improves our stats, get more influence. Guess we'll take the prestige. Also start making some kingdom level titles here. We'll intend on holding. Help us get some more prestige, legitimacy. Don't need to go too crazy with it. Take a look at what we could do with a grand tournament. 3 events. We can hold a joust. I'm mildly surprised. I guess the question is it worth doing that? I mean, I would like. I think archery is the one that gives health, so probably would help to max that out. gun shy about joust now. Especially if I die in a joust, it all goes to someone else. Maybe we hold off on doing that. Or we could just pass on the joust. Maybe we do recital, horse race, and archery. Max accommodations, max prizes is too much. So this will be a lot of gold, but hopefully it'll have some good benefits. There's something else I wanted to do. Give away these new cities that we just built. There's the other one. Right at our domain limit, which is good. See how we can do in our tournament. Oh, right. What I wanted to do was see if my wife, well, I don't have a spouse, never mind then. I wanted to check if she was still in patronage from when I went to university. But since I do not have an available spouse, it doesn't matter. 5 more years before my betrothed comes of age. Again, really looking to increase our score as much as we can. Be successful. Since we've maxed out the prizes, we should get good purple artifacts from this, or at least blue ones. Just forget about paying anyone. Okay, that's one down. Another strong female knight. Don't want to marry her to a mayor. That would cause her to leave our court. Find someone who is not about to die immediately. Guess this guy works even though he's an idiot. So I got astronomers, so we can go somewhere else. I often go to the temple to get the event that gives me the astronomer trait, which is very useful. 15% extra monthly lifestyle experience. I just don't think I want to spend the gold on that. Again, we'll keep looking at our worst governors and trying to improve them. That's one thing I need to remember. Could have mattered against the Hungarians, though not against the Seljuks, as I can use diplomacy to pull in additional men-at-arms from my vassals, so I do need to keep that in mind. Guess it's worth a hook. Give him some score here. I think we'll go with the weaving taxes. Always want more gold. Vassals have continued to expand even as we've had some economic difficulties. Mainland, what the hell is going on here? So I guess Seljuks are paying tribute to the Karluks, and we're paying tribute to the Seljuks, so we have a tribute chain going on here. Some Maghreb Catholics where Robert the Fox normally would be. It's interesting. Again, just going for the biggest increase in score. It's a nice bow. Let's take a look at whether it's better than anything we have with the weapon we currently have, but it is a nice bow. So prowess is the same. The bow gives 2 more knights. Yeah. Spear obviously has some piety and clergy opinion benefits as well, kind of like the bow for the knights. So normally, I fill out the wealth and architect trees. I think about, do I really need this? It's mostly just helpful when you're ruling a large realm, but of course we are ruling a very large realm, and so do think we'll go ahead and go down this tree. Also, just to stay on wealth focus and get that plus 10% monthly income is very helpful. That looks like a lot of gold. I do lose some prestige. Nah, gold is worth it. Okay. Another dynasty legacy here. Building up the martial trophy displays, since good chance our next character will be martial, so we can maximize their lifestyle experience. I'm gonna wait till my son gets one more personality trait and then try to make him brave. Made him brave now, then he wouldn't get another personality trait randomly. Of course, there's a bit of risk there because we could get an event that gives him a bad personality trait that we can't avoid. I thought I saw a tournament, but guess we were already would not have been able to make it. There's a Queen of Serbia. Guess so. Diligent and ambitious are again tough combination, but hopefully we'll be able to manage it. And then we make him brave, hopefully. Okay, that top one is just very attractive. I really love more gold. There we go. He has his 4 traits. That's the maximum we can give him. Can't learn some more languages. That's not good. We will redouble our guards. Can't mentor our son yet, so again we're going to keep mentoring our worst governors. May have already mentored her. He won't accept mentoring, but he will. So yeah, after some dicey spots earlier in this episode, I think we've stabilized to a good extent here. Okay. Try to marry her to a good wandering knight. Good being relative, 12 is the best we can do. 12 prowess, that is, so now what do we want? Barracks gives toughness, benefits to heavy infantry. Probably going to have a lot of heavy infantry, so I think it makes sense to get those. Negotiate these alliances inside our realm, though some of them are seemingly useless. Maybe we'll ask our head of fate for influence. Again, just don't know how much influence we're going to need to make sure our heir takes the throne. See about this scheme against us. I guess it went away. Now we will mentor our son, then we'll go back to our vassals. Again, going to barracks here because we really want our military to be as powerful as it possibly can when we have to deal with Scourge Conqueror, or even, have to fight Hungary and the Holy Roman Empire simultaneously, as we've had to do a couple times now. So people do think that I maintain peace and prosperity, so that's good. It's my daughter getting married to another younger, intelligent man. Plague, Target Northwest should be a concern. Not going to someone else's coronation. We'll lose some stress. We'll take a look here at what else we can build. Might be getting close to going to a university again. Let's check. Nope, 3 more years. So we should be getting close to getting 2 innovations that will significantly aid our economy. This one gives each building another slot. This one allows us to build 2nd level fortification, which in turn allows us to improve our buildings within it. So that'll all be good. Hopefully he'll still be alive into his 50s and can really work on building those. Having looked at our culture, the other thing I want to think about is reforming it. Potentially we could also hybridize if we wanted to. Not sure. Okay. Yeah, so not, I was looking at that, I was interested because they have stalwart defenders, but other than that, I don't know that it's that great. Let's see, where else could we hybridize with? Bedouin. Could get Mubarazan. That one looks less interesting. Sicilian doesn't really have much. Grebi has Barzan primarily, dexterous fishermen, be okay. Do we have? That one for the Indomitable Azatani is good. I don't know what the rest of it. I mean, really the choices here, if we were to just reform, are, I think, industrious or stalwart defenders. And obviously those are sort of the two. Industrious, we get very powerful economic benefit. If we go with stalwart defenders, then we get a strong defense benefit. I mean, obviously the issue is either one of those is going to take a very long time for the new tradition to become effective. I think we go industrious. And I think just the long run, establishing your economy first is the best thing. to see if that turns out to be an error or not. It's going to take 30 years anyway, so here we go. I mean, this guy had lots of prestige, so it doesn't bother me too much, even if it's a waste, because we do something like hybridize before we get it. I think that's fine. How far away is this grand wedding? Relatively far. Guess we could give it a shot. Probably not going to be doing a lot else at the moment. Fill our treasury and take a look here. What else we want to build? We build a castle here and then a city there. That will fill out all the barony slots in the counties we currently hold. Mentored my son in governance. Keep mentoring other people now. And on the influential eunuch, I mean, probably the explanation is obvious, but I've kept my influential eunuch powerful because he gives me +2 domain limit, which, given the -3 domain limit rule that we're playing under, getting that +3 domain limit is just very powerful. +2 domain limit back, just incredibly powerful. Yeah, we'll just run for our lives like cowards. Okay. I think if my dynasty members are capable, that they would be really interested in getting Athens. Do seem to have some plague around. But yeah, with the barracks, we just want to keep stacking more and more bonuses to our men-at-arms and our knights. Because we're playing on very hard, the effectiveness of knights is reduced by 50%. So they're simply not as powerful as they are when you play on regular settings. So you can't really rely on them to go around and destroy everything. Sometimes on regular you can make your army half or even 2/3 siege equipment, and then you really rely on your knights to win wars for you. Here it just doesn't work. The knights aren't good enough, and the enemies, particularly the scourge conquerors, are too strong, so you just can't do that. Instead, you need to build more balanced armies. Curious what our traveler experience looks like. It looks like it's maxed out. So probably also want to do is the stables here. Let's preview it again. I thought there was something else that gave. Maybe it's pastures. Yeah, you can see heavy cavalry damage, toughness, reduction to maintenance. So we're going to go down this top row here. No rebellious vassals. Shocking. All right. Well, okay. Wonder if there are any geniuses out there that we might want to think about seducing. Eh? Okay. Let's pen her. She is lustful. Maybe she'd be interested. Goal here, unsurprisingly, is just to get best children genetically that we can. Guess we'll go martial there. Probably not going to do either. Should look at whether we can cash in some of these hooks. That we do not care about. Let's take the gold. Definitely want a good caravan master. Also move our personal position to advanced research so I get more monthly lifestyle experience. Always want the most monthly lifestyle experience you can. It's just very useful. Guess we'll go diplomacy there. Try to get the perk that gives points to your heirs. Room to rule. Don't want social drinker because it's minus 1% monthly income. Guess we'll finally let this guy leave our prison. Hopefully he's learned his lesson in addition to growing an impressive beard while he's been in our dungeon. Can you pay me? If so, I'll finally let you leave as well. Lord Thomas the Petulant. It's an interesting nickname. You as well. These people rebelled against me before. Hopefully I don't regret letting them all go. They did have high opinion of me, even though they've been in my prison for quite a while now. Should probably consider themselves lucky I don't have the traits and intrigue, dark insights, and divine retribution. That would give me an incentive to torture them. Okay, so that's a +1. Probably build a duchy building here if we had the appropriate tech. We don't. So we get +1 building slot. I mean, again, Watermills is quite a ways away, so let's see what else we can build. That will give us income. It's like hospices. Is quarries the best thing there? Ugh. I guess. Here, I guess the capital magistracy. Cattle pastures. Definitely farms and fields there. Probably hill farms. Nope, nope, trade port. Farms and fields. Okay, so this is all helpful. Also, our AI vassals make more gold, and buildings are cheaper for them, so hopefully they will be building more buildings. Let's see what fascination we actually want. I think stone forts, since we need that to get some military buildings, including some military duchy buildings. This didn't work last time. What does pushed horses do? I think we'll just go with that. Lose my... Guess we still have the +2, so the influential eunuch. I see. Okay. And again, the +2 domain is just... That is hard to turn down. Especially given how low our domain limit is otherwise. Oh, that's not the right one. What did we get? Okay. Okay, definitely need to get a new personal position. Guy looks good. Alright. How susceptible are you to being seduced? Susceptible to being romanced. Let's do seduced. 95% chance, so that's good. I'll just avoid taking a side. Sure. Let's see if we can get some hooks. Does cost us some stress. Now the question is, what do we want to do? If we think about waging wars, it's interesting that he has lost his... Yeah, we have no... Why are we even... We cease paying tribute to him. We're much more powerful than he is at this point. They lost their Scourge Conqueror trait. Now he does have a lot of good allies. I guess we could, you know, since we're not actually paying him anything, I guess we could just sit here until we need to switch. Glad that Volga Ural has not attacked us. Mildly surprised they haven't, but that's okay. I'd almost like to, go on the offensive here and attack something, but I just don't know. We should also probably build up our forces, particularly build up our siege equipment. So make our army a bit stronger there. Again, we're going to the grazing lands. Ideally, we'll eventually get large numbers of cataphractoi. So, that's the rationale for that. Let's go with another feast. Keep our vassals happy. Also, because of a prior stress event, my character is inapathetic, which means he is more likely to become malnourished. And so, having feast will help prevent that. If he becomes malnourished, that's a health penalty. Now, what do we want? Assume guard house doesn't have anything useful in terms of military. No. Can't remember if storage barn has something interesting. Not really. That's a lot of gold. Oh, we should look at our, yeah, should have done this before. Anyway, we'll do it now. Increase our bureaucratic centralization. Looking at our son here, I think there's not much more we can do to help him. Learn another language. Hopefully he gets a 4-star education. That is terrible. Holy crap, man. Are you serious? That is awful. Okay. That is very unfortunate. Oh, marry our spouse. Make sure she's going to assist ruler. Yep. See what sort of children we can have now that I'm infirm. Take the gold here. Prove opinion there. Infirm at 47. Right, okay, so I remember, I was wondering why nothing was being built in here, but then I remember what happened. I looked at the incredible cost of establishing silk production rights and said forget about it. So I need to build something different besides the mulberry copes. Infirm at 47. That is really unfortunate. I mean, is it worth the unit? Well, I need a lot more gold anyway. Like empath, I don't really know. Thoughtful. Yeah, analytic, so that should work. Too far away to interact with. An adulterer and a fornicator, or is it just one? Nope, I'm both. Fine. So that was a big waste of time. Guess I'll romance my wife now if I can. So I hobble around at the age of 47, being infirm. Again, we want to keep our eunuch to the domain limit. Build the wine room here. Can also build the bath. Okay. See who she gives birth to, whether it's a genius boy, then might just acknowledge parentage and try to bring him to our court. Maybe that'll be our heir. Okay. I mean, he's not bad being a chancellor. He's not as good as the person we currently have in there. I think we can fill out these positions now. Of course, I won't be going to any hunts anymore. I've been firm. 47. Okay. What? It's less than ideal, obviously. Since the plague risks destabilizing the realm, that tends to make me think we need to take desperate measures, though they did not work. Hopefully it does not reach Constantinople. Can I even fight this guy anymore? My decrepit infirmity. Man, that is terrible. Tough soldier? Alright. We will grant their request. could get a powerful alliance out of this if we wanted. But I think I'd rather see if we can marry him to someone who is intelligent or a genius. There's some intelligent women. With her, I guess. Can I really not bring her here? That's unfortunate. Kind of a waste then. Just lost another level of devotion for no real reason. Let's build some more, create some more kingdom level titles. Maybe even all of them. Okay. Yes, yes. Guess we'll get this development growth. Building the wine cellar so we can get more influence. She'll probably take a council position or something, but you know, just deal with it. I think we're close to the fortification. 9 months, okay, then we'll be able to engage in a lot more building as I become more and more infirm. That is one long travel. I guess we aren't doing anything. Let's hit some points of interest on the way back. Okay, I think with that, we'll call the episode. You know, sort of a mixed bag. Obviously, we lost war against Hungary, lost the war against the Seljuks, had to become their tributary, and then, you know, he lost the Scourge Conqueror trait. We still have concerns about Volga Ural up here, who is a Scourge Conqueror. Looks like the Russians are split apart, no longer Scourge Conquerors. Let's take a look, actually, more systematic look at who is a Scourge Conqueror before we... Wow, just 3. So the Karluks are no longer? interesting. Yeah, we should probably, yeah. Before we end, let's break. Okay, well, I'm traveling. That's unfortunate. So what we want to remember to do is break our tributary relation with the Seljuks, become tributaries of Vogel Ural instead, assuming we can. But anyway, other than that, we did improve our domain. We're about to get battlements that allow us to further improve it. So, we're generally on track. It has been challenging at points, but we are playing on the hardest possible rule set, so that shouldn't be a surprise. Please like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you'll watch the rest of the series. Goodbye.